Okay, I've remembered my gloves. Lovely. Excellent. Okay. Let's get going. Need you slightly higher, Liz, otherwise all I've got is your body. Slightly higher, just a tiny bit more. Oh. Oh. Yes, perfect. Excellent. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Right, rotate the wrists. Oh, I'm in my, I can't remember what size it is, 50-inch telly. You're all life size. It's like having you in my room. Yes, good. Rosemary's like, well, I'm glad I've got my lippy on. Change direction. Brilliant. Interlock the fingers, push your palms away, keep it quite low. That's it. And then just up and down. If you want to go higher, like we were talking, I can't go higher than this. But if, yeah, lovely, Liz. If you want to go all the way up, please do. Breathing in as you go up, exhale down. Deep breath in, exhale down. Lovely. And inhale. And exhale down. Good. And to here, and then circle round. And again, you can go bigger circles. I'm just being gentle over an injury in my shoulder. So keep going round. Sit up tall, so we're not just sinking into the back of the chair. You might want to just nudge yourself forwards and then change direction. Deep breaths and sighs. Get rid of any tension in your body. Excellent. Very nice. Shake out the arms again, and we just want to float the arms up and down. And as you float up, push into the feet, and as you float down, just relax. Inhale, push into the feet. Exhale, float down. And inhale, push into the feet. And exhale down. Good. Hands on the knees. And you just want to bring one arm forward, one arm back. So we want to turn to the left. So bring your right hand forward, left arm back towards the hip, and then turn the other way. But sit up tall. Try not to lean forwards or back. Gently look over each shoulder as you do that. So you're really just moving the hands up and down the thigh whilst twisting at the same time. Very gently. Perfect. Good. Back to center and a gentle bow forwards and back. Keep the breaths nice and deep. And bow. Good. And legs. So we just want to lift our right leg and rotate the right ankle. Good. Change direction. And bring it in. Left leg. Lovely. Big circles. Keep that lovely mobility in the joints. And then dig the heels in and lift, point the toes. Go back a little bit more. Dig the heels in, then point the toes. Dig the heels in, point the toes, and dig the heels in and point the toes, and then heels and toes. Very nice. Again, sitting up really tall. Good. And then marching on the spot. So you just want to lift. We'll do the right side first. So up and down, engaging your thigh. Not too high. If you go too high, you can sort of get cramp that we're talking about. So just up and down and feel steady. If you start to lean, you've gone too high. Very nice. And the other side. Just tap the floor with the toes. Keep the shoulders relaxed by bending the elbows. Oh, lovely deep breaths. Very good. And then up and straighten, bend and down, up very slow can, and in and down, and then up, straighten, and down, and then up, straighten, in, and down. Good, hands on the knees. Actually, hands hold the opposite elbow. Glide to the front of the knees and let the head hang down. Good. Look forwards as far up as the neck goes or the head goes. And then look, when you look down, just allow your head to relax. So gravity is just pulling the head down, lengthening the back of your cervical spine, and then up, i.e. your neck. Look up. Very nice. Look down. Place your hands back on the knees. Okay, so cat-cow from sitting. So you're just going to chest forward, elbows into the sides of the body, and then round the back, elbows out. Chest forwards, lean forwards, look forwards. Round the back. And chest forwards. Very nice. And round the back. Good. We carry on with that, but with the arms out. So chest forwards. Go as low as you can. And when you round the back, make a prayer in front of you, but low. Okay, inhale forwards, chest forwards, dive forwards. Head can stay still. And then back. And get that mid back and upper back on the chair. Really nice, good. Shake it out. Go a little bit wider. Penguin hands and just side to side, but we want to go really slowly. My shoulders are up, so just drop shoulders. Plant the feet beautifully on the floor. Nice. Arms a bit higher. And then you reach to each side of the room. Yes, lovely. Good. So rather than sort of aeroplaning, reach but stay up. Yes, lovely. And reach. We'll do a few more. They're very nice for the waist. And reach. Excellent. Good. And the biggest circles you've ever done. So we're going to sit really far forwards. Toes still turning out. And sit up as tall as you can. Then turn to the right thigh. And then gently and slowly come to the center. Travel over the left thigh. Leaning back. Pause at the top. And then go again. Pause at the top, very nice and round. Lovely, everyone. Pause at the top, chin tucked in. Take some breaths. Chin up, looking up. And neutral. Okay, so keep the neck in neutral as you come round. So you want to come all the way round to the left this time. All the way forwards and round to the right thigh. Bring yourself back. Once you get to center, just pause, check your shoulders, and round we go. Really mobilizing spine. And pause. Last one. Perfect. And pause. Feet together. Hands on the, well, let me sit even more forward, but don't fall off. And then turn to the left and just sit up tall, shoulders down, and look over your left shoulder. So we're holding our twist now. Turn the belly, navel towards that left thigh. So you're really twisting. Good. Turn the navel back to center. And then twist all the way to the right. Look over your right shoulder, shoulders level, navel really pushing towards the right thigh. Good, back to center. And then let's have the hands dangling down and push into your feet. If you feel the back is a little bit tight, you can put the hands on the knees. Otherwise, just let the hands hang and get as low as you can over the thighs. Tuck the chin in. If the hands come to the floor, you can put the fingertips down. Or some of you will be able to get your palms flat, but don't force it, please. Just relax. Deep breaths. Good. Feet are still together. Let's get those knees together, hands on the knees, and then hinge up. Lovely. So we've come back up, shoulder rolls. Always lovely shoulder rolls. Well done. Good. Change direction. Excellent. And then we want to do a twist where you have your hands in prayer. You turn gently and place wherever you can. So you might be able to go to the opposite knee, or you have to go to the same knee as the elbow that's gone down. See what feels right for you, but keep that right shoulder softening and look over to the right. Lovely. Dig the elbow in. Don't collapse that left shoulder. Nice. Good. To center. Before we do the other side, your prayer is like this. Elbow to wrist to elbow in a lovely straight line. Yes, perfect. Okay, but slightly back with the shoulders, Liz. And now I've completely forgotten what I'm doing. Oh, yes, remembered. And then we just shoulder rolls. Good, change direction. You're doing better hands than me. Well done. Okay, good. So we twist again, place the elbow down and look over the left shoulder. Lovely. Prayer twist. Nice. Good. Back to center. Okie dokie. So we've done half the class sitting. We'll now come to standing. So do grab some water. I've got fresh elderflower cordial because I'm in the posh house. Cheers. I do need, Liz, can you by any chance, either go higher or push your chair back further? Oh, now I need you to push your chair. Yeah. Brilliant. I know, sorry. A pain. Okay, so yeah, that's perfect because we're standing behind the chair. Excellent. With our feet together. Can you see my toes? Excellent. Feet together. We're going to hold the chair and then we're just coming up and down, up onto the tiptoes. Push down into the heels. If you'd rather have the feet a little bit further apart, you can. And then up onto the tiptoes. Push down into the heels. And when I'll show you side view, still face me. So you come up and then down, back straight, knees bend over toes. Check your knees though. If it doesn't like to go over the toes, back off a bit gently and just come here, slightly down. If you can go lower, you can, but I just want you to have a straight spine. Inhale up, exhale, down. Inhale up all the way through to tippy toes and down and down. Last one. And down. Okay, stay down, have the feet as wide as the chair legs. And this time you do come in and out of chair. Chair pose is where you lean forwards. So you bend the knees, bottom goes back. Yeah. And then stay with the back a little bit bent. So keep the chest over the top of the chair and then keep bending and straightening. Elbows in. Once you get the hang of it, just gaze a little bit to the floor. So as you can see, my back isn't moving at all. It's all happening in the knees. Very nice. So we track the chair legs. We're going to place our left foot forward, right leg back, and then forward bend. So you just drop yourself forward to a point that feels right, but your bottom has to push to the wall behind you in a straight line back. Lovely. Lovely drop. If you feel you can go lower, what you can do is step back further and have long arms. See how you feel. I know you're both quite able to do a bit lower. So just drop. Let's have ears in line with the upper arms. So you've got a good neckline. And then gently lift the body up and look forwards. Good. And then bend into that left knee. And then you just lift the chest up and you feel a lower back curve. Okay, looking forwards. Good. Lovely. Okay, stepping forward. So keep it the same in line. I know you've got longer arms, so that's perfect. Take that left leg back. Allow yourself to drop down. This time you let the head hang. Lovely deep breaths. Excellent. Shift the weight up, bend into your right knee and do curve the lower back. So that means chest forwards and up, shoulders down. So warrior one. Perfect. Good. Step forwards. Okay, lovely. Just shoulders up and down. Anytime you want to sigh, if you've got any tension to release, please sigh. And yawn. I don't mind yawning either. That's also a sign that you're tired or need to release stress. So you lean slightly forwards, tap the floor with the right leg. And then I want you to bend at the knee and then straighten. Bend as much as feels comfortable, but the leg is back. Nice. Tap gently, bend, and tap, and bend, and tap. Good. Slide it in. Tap the left toes. Bend. Nice. And tap. Bend. And tap. And bend. And tap. Okay. Do still stay behind the chair. I just want to show you without the chair. I want us to stand back. You don't need the chair anymore. Shake out your arms. Wiggle out the hips. Good. Lovely. Do like a bit of a shimmy. Rosemary does a brilliant shimmy. Okay, and then hands on the thighs. And when you bend the knees, the hands go lower. And when you straighten, the hands can come up onto the hips. Okay, so you've got bent elbows. Okay, so can you bring the arms up a bit, Liz? That's it. Then exhale, bend the knees. Can you see? I know my socks are disappearing into the carpet, but they've turned out slightly. And then come up. Hands on the waist and then come down. Long arms. Very nice. Chest open. Just lean back a bit. That's it. And then come up. Excellent. Toes forward. Soft knees. And I just want you, and the knees really move. Don't keep them to the front. They do have to move as you go around. Lovely. I recommend staying with the head forward so that you don't get dizzy. It's a movement in the waist. Perfect. Good. So I would say stay facing the front and I'll face the front as well. Just try and come into the middle of the screen. So step a little bit to your left. Yes, lovely. And we'll do some hip rotations. So what I want is knee to the screen, to the front, and not all the way round. We just want a small hip circle. Perfect. Good. Change direction. Ah, brilliant. Just see how steady you are. I'm really very impressed. I know you're touching the chair, but We could even go without the chair if you want to. We do 5 one way. Brilliant. And 5 the other way. Lovely small circles to the front. Good. Feet down. Turn your toes out slightly forward with the left toes and the left knee. Hand on the waist, left hand on the waist. And I do want you to shift the weight into the right foot and lift and lower. So you've got slightly open hip in the right. You don't want to overdo it. Lift and lower. Lovely, Rosemary, really good. Nice and lovely, steady hips. I'm loving that. Okay, so best to shimmy on over to the other side so that you can do that nicely. So you just want to one foot slightly forwards and then you shift the weight into the left leg and lift and lower. So it's just out slightly, nothing over. You don't want to go too far out. It can be aggravating to the hip. Really nice. Brilliant. Equal hips. A lot of this happens. You're not doing it, but you lift and you sort of bend and that's not right. So up and down. Amazing. Good. And down. And what I want you to do now, and I will turn my, just keep your chair in front. I just need to show you, you're about to bend down so you won't see me. So I'll quickly go back first and then you're going to drop and then you're going to lift. And when you lift, you kind of bring the hips forwards a bit. Hopefully your chair is nice and stable and travel back. If the chair starts to move, please stop. Otherwise, you're kind of, this is called up dog on a chair. Keep the elbows straight. Yeah, at all times the elbows are straight. Then you push your bottom back, drop down, long arms, similar to a downward dog. And then you come up and then you just drop the hips forward slightly, chest open. Okay, hands stay right at the top. And one more. Travel back. And then, so you hinge up. Once your chest is high, bring the hips forward slightly. So it is an up dog actually. Right now it's a plank because you haven't really pushed the hips forward. So that's brilliant. You can still do those movements even when you're using a chair and you're standing up. Okie dokie. So we just stand here, up and down. Once more. Lovely to do shoulders. Good. Full on balance now, but be close to your chair to see if you need to put the hands down. Otherwise, the arms stay out. Splay the fingers. Actually, before we start, splay the fingers, make fists. Splay the fingers, make fists. And we're going to shift the weight into the left leg and simply bring the other leg in front. Okay, lovely. Soften the hands. Nice, Rosemary, good. So you're doing a nice balance. You can tap the floor if it feels too much. I should have worn different socks. Sorry about that. I was just trying to look all coordinated. Breathe. Doing brilliantly. Okay, and down. And before we do the other side, you just want to bend into each knee and sway a bit. Nice. Then shift the weight into the right leg. Lift the left in front. So you've got a slight hip opener. Put both shoulders level and soft, gentle hands. Oh, Rosemary, well done. Good recovery. Nice deep breaths. Amazing balance. Good. Keep going. Keep focusing. I forgot to say that at the beginning. Focus on a focal point. Don't move your gaze from the focal point. Breathe. Just brilliant then now. Come down and then just walking on the spot. Again, like feet slightly apart. Okay, perfect. And then we just shake out everything, shimmy, because I just like shimmying and seeing Rosemary shimmying. And then, good. We won't do a disco today, but we need to do that again, don't we? Okay, right. So I'm going to take my gloves off because we're going to grab some water again and sit down and just do some moments of mindfulness and deep breaths. Perfect. How is everybody's nostrils today? Are they clear or do you need to blow your nose? All clear? Oh, I'm not sure what Liz is. Oh, she's having a good blow. All right. So just get comfortable in your chair. And just sit quietly. We'll do some breathing exercises in a moment, but we just want to sit comfortably. This is right at the end of the class. So actually what I'll do first, because I change my mind sometimes, is we'll squeeze and release. So make hands, shoulders up to the ears, push into the feet, lift your body tall, squeeze the buttocks, ugly prune. You're all doing it perfectly as usual. Release. Good. And again, make fists. Lift your body up. Come away from the back of the chair. Squeeze the bucket. Squeeze the buttocks. Squish the eyes. Exhale. Tongue out. Good. And one last time. Up we come, up we come. Really tense everything. Tense the whole body. Squeezing out the tension. Tongue out. Good, that's better. Nice. Wiggle the jaw, just gently. Open the mouth and close. Shoulders up. Yawn or sigh. Perfect. Good. And release. Lovely. Relaxed toes, relaxed heels. And whilst we're doing this, just 2 minutes of breathing, I want you to, every exhale, you soften down even more. I'm going to hold my elbow just to keep my hand in place. You don't have to, but I think it sometimes helps. And then the only thing you're doing this time, which is slightly different, put it here, is that you're using your thumb and your first finger for this. So traditional pinching of the nose, we often do it differently, but I want you to place your thumb on the right nostril. Yeah, the other way. Sorry, I'm not mirroring. Find that a bit confusing. So inhale, left nostril. Hold the breath. Pinch the nose. And then out the right nostril. Very good. Try and have the head centered. Don't look to one side. And then inhale right. Pinch the nose. And then out the other side. Good. Close the eyes once you've got it. Inhale one side. Hold the breath. Pinch the nose. And exhale the other side. This is alternate nostril breathing. Inhale that side, same side. It's very calming. Close both nostrils. And exhale the other side. Last round. Close the nostrils. Exhale the other nostril. Alternate the nostrils. So close and change, Rosemary, the nostril. As you exhale. Good. Release the hand. Shake out the arms. And then just again, elbows, opposite elbows, just let the head hang. Breathe into the belly. So as you're forwards and down, you can gaze at your belly. And when you breathe in, see it really pushing out. And then when you exhale through the nostrils, see that it's softening. And do 4 more. Perfect. No rush, but once you've finished 4, just roll up to seated. Lovely. Okay, so I will take you off mute, but I will namaste now. Well done. Namaste, and then we'll come over to the screen. So thank you. Namaste to those on catch up. Shout out to Deepa, who's still doing my yoga every day. Okay, right.